Hello, good evening. Good, nobody's in here, so I can just hit this up real quick before I go. So, as you guys probably noticed, there are 12 readings up. They are money readings for the month of March 2021. Okay. Now, I'm going to start this off by saying this. I am not only a working witch, but I am a teacher. I am also an excellent source of information as far as protecting yourself against psychic attacks, being an empath, how to clear yourself. I clear people all the time of certain things, but then also I am there for baby witches. So some of you that are much more advanced is what I want to talk about. What I want you guys to focus on is to please stop taking the readings as an insult. And please stop taking any of the readings as a curse or something. I don't know what that's about when you're doing divination. I mean, you can use your cards for spell work, but when I'm doing these readings, in particular, if it is a reading where Spirits is giving you a lot of advice, or giving advice to your zodiac sign, that advice may not apply to you. I'm not reading necessarily for you. I am teaching the baby witches, especially some of you that have been around forever. Y'all been watching me forever. A lot of y'all that have transcended and moved forward. It's time to allow the other people to come in that need the knowledge or need the help or need the strength, that need the guidance. You may be somebody that has it all together. And so maybe this will cut down on the thumbs down, because of a couple of the readings that I put up, you know, you guys that are advanced and you already have it together, you're giving bad ratings to my readings, which doesn't help me at all. And so the first thing that you want to know about the law of attraction is that what you give out to others is what you'll get back yourself. And so, like, for example, if you are a certain zodiac sign and you may get what you consider to be negative, or you may feel like, you know, oh, you know, I've got it together and what is she talking about? But well, then the reading wasn't meant for you. It was meant for someone else that needed the guidance. Okay, because not only do I teach advanced, but I also teach intermediate and beginner. So a lot of the readings that I put up for March, those are beginning readings. I feel like if my readings upset you in any way, then you probably shouldn't watch them. Or maybe you need to, because a lot of the advice that I was given, first of all, I'm a spiritualist. I watch all sorts of readings. I'm going to always go by my own intuition first. Okay. I don't necessarily depend on the readings or anybody's psychic reading for my intuition, more so as confirmation. Okay. And so if you are somebody that is advanced in your money manifestation, you've got your security, the readings that I put up may not be for you. May not be for you. Or maybe it may be a lesson that could be coming through spirit, that which is the reason why you felt the reading was negative, and it's not. So those of you that are advanced, I talk about a lot of advanced stuff, but those readings for March, they were forecasts. And so a lot of people did really good. But some people, there was extra obstacles that you may have for certain signs. If you are somebody that is manifesting like crazy and you're doing this and that, and you come and look at a reading and you may get what you think is a negative message from spirit, and then you get upset about it, then you need to check your own energy, is what I'm saying. Okay. That's just like with the love readings. If, you know, if certain people with certain zodiac signs, they expect me to be reading for them. No, I am reading for people who may need to hear that message. You don't necessarily have to take it into your own, or some people just need to stop watching, because most of my people that understand, especially the new wave that's coming in, especially the reason why I said that I do elementary metaphysical knowledge is also because the world is turning. We can't stop it just, oh, and for me, I'm not biased in the readings. That's just like, for example, I'm a Cancer. If I read for the Cancers and I see some negativity coming, I'm not going to necessarily take that as me having that coming. I'm reading for you all. So I'm not biased in that sense, to where just because I am advanced, I am at an advanced metaphysical level. I'm an advanced witch that does, you know, a lot of things that are highly advanced, doesn't mean that everybody watching me is going to be. And then also for me, this is a life path, a choice and a decision that I've made for myself. So I provide a lot of support for empaths as well as witches. And so sometimes you have to put the training wheels back on. That's definitely with some people, but don't kill the messenger. Y'all will come and look at my readings and you'll kill the messenger. You'll just start, you know, there should be no thumbs down on a free psychic reading. I believe that that's going to get, I don't ever thumbs down a psychic reading, because I think that that could potentially give you negative karma, because technically you're saying, I don't receive this message, I don't accept it, and I'm going to try to make it more difficult for people that want to hear it or need to hear it, because they may be at a different place than you. For example, y'all know I know how to manifest money. That's something that it's just like riding a bike, you never forget. Okay. But that doesn't mean, oh, we're moving on the channel. We're not going to be doing that anymore. Now, there's certain things that I won't be doing, which is this ridiculous so-called spiritual war that's happening that's not actually real. I don't choose to involve myself with that. But as far as things that will be a norm, will be that basic knowledge that some people need. Some people need basic knowledge of certain things. And so, you know, like, for example, if you're somebody that is manifesting 2,000 to 3,000 per week, and you know that you've got your stuff coming, don't come to my reading and say, oh, she said something negative, she's always trying. No, that's not what I'm doing. That reading just wasn't for you. It was for somebody else that was that may not be on the level that you're on. Okay, because I noticed that, especially when I start to upload readings and people start listening to them, they think I'm talking about them. This is not a personal thing. This is a business thing. It's about business. Okay, is what it's about. So those of you that are advanced money manifestors, when I put up a money reading, that's usually for the elementary, the baby witches. Okay, that's who that's for. It's not necessarily for you, or that I'm trying to curse you, or you know, throw side jabs at you. No, these are for, I read the cards as I lay them down. That's the message that spirit wants me to give to whoever needs to hear it. Okay, because to be honest with you, I, as an advanced practitioner that's been doing this for years and built a company for years, and is still maintaining, and my company is growing. You know, if I look at a psychic reading and the reading is giving me a warning, or spirit may have some advice for me, I may need to take that advice. Or maybe, you know, I've done the work, and, you know, I know for a fact that, you know, my situation is going to be different. Okay, that's why we always say this reading may not resonate for everybody. That's just like some of y'all might have $10,000 coming next week, and you know it. And then you come and there may be, you know, a different reading for you. Then that reading is not for you. Okay, it was for somebody else, and they needed to hear it, not you. Matter of fact, what's the point? I wouldn't put up a money reading for somebody that knows advanced witchcraft and sorcery, obviously. I'm not going to put up a money reading for somebody that, you know what I'm saying? This is for people that are beginners. That's why those readings, they, you know, so let other people get the knowledge or the help that they need. And, you know, if you are an advanced, you know, manifester, and you know you got your stuff coming, or either you got your stuff and you know, you're in a secure place, then, you know, don't hate on other people that need to get that information, because I am teaching elementary school. We're going to do a session on stones. Also, I'm doing a money manifestation class that is going to be coming up very soon. Okay, for people that need to hear that. If you already know what you're doing, then why are you even looking at a psychic reading to even thumbs it down? Because you didn't like the message, right? You know, and then sometimes, like I said, you have to put the training wheels back on, because, you know, I've had other witches that have came in and said, you know, I feel like I lost my ability to manifest money. Well, you didn't lose it. You just misplaced it. So some of y'all that have been doing stuff for years now, I'm going to tell you, some of y'all have been working with spiritual energies that are very dangerous. You shouldn't do it that way because you're going to be dealing with a lot of negative karma. It's not going to be good. If you don't want to believe in that, then this is probably not the place for you to be, because we believe in what you send out is what you get back. Okay, especially on these airwaves, okay? Last thing that I wanted to say to y'all is that those of y'all that have been looking for generational hex removers and contract removers, it's actually they're actually going to be on sale for 30% off, 30% off from now until the 7th. Okay, so if those of you, there's a bunch of y'all that have that generational hex remover in y'all carts on Etsy. Okay, and Etsy is supposed to alert people that have that, you know, any ritual in their cart or any item in their cart that goes on sale. I'm not sure if it actually works or even how to do it. Okay, but you know, so that'll be until the 7th of March. Okay. The reason why I say this is because we have to keep the world turning, and the whole point is to heal the world, not just what you said. There's seeds that we have to lay out for those up and coming. So everybody that knows it all, and I know this, and I'm okay. Let the people that do need to learn, because everybody had to start somewhere. And I am a muse. I'm an incarnated angel as well. I wear many hats. Okay, and there are people that do need to learn about money manifestation. It may not be you. You may already have your stuff laid out. Okay, it's almost like saying, I don't want your unvaxxed kid around mine because your unvaccinated child might make my child sick, but your child already has had the vaccine. It's kind of that analogy. So if you already know what you know, then what's the point in watching a reading? And then also blacklisting the reading, trying to give the reading less exposure because you feel some type of way about what people are going to think of your zodiac sign. And then also, I just read the cards. I read my cards for people that are supposed to connect with me and I'm supposed to be aligned with for doing either spell work or classes. All of the readings, none of them are about you. None of them are about whatever situation. It is to align me with those that I'm supposed to be aligned with, if that makes sense. Okay, because technically nobody should be over your thumbs and down this channel. Nobody. Okay, if you're not, I mean, what's the point? Unsub then if you don't like it. You know what I'm saying? So, because, you know, that right there, you know, when you try to put bad ratings on my video, you may be getting yourself some negative karma because you may be trying to stop somebody else that needs to hear that information. So this is the reason why if I don't like a psychic reading, I don't thumbs it down. That's a knee-jerk emotional reaction, and many people need to be able to sit back and think for a little while before they react. Okay, and I can tell you that I'm getting there. Okay, well, I'm there at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a waste of your time and energy. You know, and then also when you're blockbusting on somebody, that's why you don't ever see me. I don't go to no channels and thumbs down, nothing. Especially when it comes to spiritualists. I just don't do that. Okay. So, you know, what was that other thing that I was going to say? A lot of people are very religious based. A lot of people are very, they're based in their faith in deities and things like that. And so am I. They definitely help. But I also teach the elements. These are the elements: earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. So, you know, on a lot of my readings, we're going back to the drawing board for those people that, you know, need to hear the knowledge. They may be in their 20s. They may be in their 30s. They could be in their 40s or 50s and just now learning things that they had never learned before. Okay, so everybody's going to be at different levels. And so, Let them people get what they need from this channel. Okay, because you don't want to try to interfere in either my path, or because that's when you start to get negative karma for yourself. Okay, because these readings are not for entertainment purposes. They are authentic readings. So is the spell work. It's not just to trick you. It's you see actual changes from the spell work that I do. Okay, you see actual movement of the work that I do for you. Okay. All right, guys. If you guys are somebody, because when you think about, that's what I was going to talk about, the elements, and then metaphysics. Okay, metaphysics sort of goes beyond hoodoo, voodoo, or even witchcraft sometimes. Okay, even though it's the same thing, but I think that it's changed a whole lot. It's evolved. Okay, witchcraft has evolved, which is why a lot of people that are doing healing, they don't say I'm a healer. They say I'm a Reiki master. Okay, same thing as healer. Same thing. Okay, but so it's metaphysics has a lot to do with energy, vibrations. Witchcraft don't always have to do with that. Okay, especially people that think, oh, somebody cursed me, somebody did this, and ain't nobody did nothing to you. You're sitting there doing it to yourself. So, you know, now there are other people that can affect you vibrationally, but it's all about learning to not let those people unground you. Now, I teach a very, very valuable course on grounding and how it's so important, and how not only should you be smudging your cards, but you should be grounding them. There's a lot of things that you can do to make what we do, because the tarot cards, they can teach you, getting a tarot card reading can teach you about alchemy or metaphysics, but the tarot cards, these are spirit messages. These are messages from the beyond. Okay, this is you know, you're opening up a gateway whenever you look at a psychic reading or whenever you are doing the cards. Okay, now more of a metaphysical tool, in my opinion, would absolutely be a pendulum. But witches use pendulums too to scry. But most of the time, witches use their hands and their eyes and their third eye to scry. Okay, especially if you're using a crystal ball, or, you know, it just really depends, okay, on what you're doing and what level you're at. Okay, now we've got seances coming up. We've got the Witches Home Shopping Network coming up. And there's a lot of things that are changing, and I'm expanding, but the readings, they have to be for people that even sometimes lack basic knowledge, because there's a lot of people that they don't know anything about it. They don't know anything about energy and vibrations or intent. They don't know anything about it. And they're ready to learn. That's why they're here. Okay. And your energy will affect the outcome. What you put into something, what you're doing. I know that there was a lot of people that I saw in those money readings. You have too much negativity around you, and it's blocking you, period. Period. It's affecting you. Now, if you can be amongst that chaos and that negativity, and you can still manifest what you want, and you're getting what you want, then congratulations to you. For me personally, I prefer to manifest in a positive way, and I prefer to listen to my guides, okay, and what they expect of me, because that's who pays my bills. That is my spirit guides, my ascended masters, my, you know, myself, my shadow self, my higher self. That's who pays the bills for me. I don't know about y'all. And when you can connect with that finally, then it will be less obstacles, because sometimes people are just creating obstacles for themselves. I've seen people do it. Okay. Hello, Jacksonville Otter League. And who is that? JB. And it's not just your energy, but it's also, are you going with the flow with money? Okay. Are you going with the flow of money? Are you going and see, with me, I read from a witch's point of view, though. I do. I read from a witch's point of view. For example, I just don't believe that people should be doing negative things or continuing to do negative things around a new moon or even a full moon, any moon. That's my opinion. That's my right to believe in that. Especially on certain days of the month, certain numbers, you should be meditating and manifesting. You shouldn't be, caught up in who shot John. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that as gently as possible to y'all, because thank you, JB. I appreciate that. So yeah. Anyway, support the channel by hitting the thumbs up. That's all I wanted to say. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good evening, okay? Peace and love to y'all.